In this video, we're going to talk about Yohimbine and its nootropic, I guess, properties. Somebody asked me about this recently. Hey, do I take it? Have I ever taken it? And interestingly enough, I have been taking it pre-workout because it's essentially, that's what it's generally used for, but I definitely think there's some nootropic applications to it, and we're going to talk about it coming up. All right, a minute and a half of Product Pro, check it out. This is something new, stick around. We've got Cortex right now. That's our powerful frontal lobe, speed of processing, mental energy, motivation, nootropic stack. We have our own stack. It is exceptionally powerful. I basically built it for entrepreneurs, but then like everybody else who wasn't an entrepreneur who just wants to get a lot done or just wants their brain to work well was like, wow, this is insane. Way better than the other pre-made stacks that are out there. That's our customers' words. It's called Cortex, but normally it's $34.99. Right now we got it at $29.99, but for the next few days, if you use the coupon code 5, you could get it for $24.99, okay? So nothing to gloss over. Cortex is $24.99 right now by going to livecortex.com, adding Cortex to your cart, using the coupon code 5, okay? And that'll take it down to $24.99. Like, that's super cheap. Buy 2 bottles is what you should do. If those of you who buy Cortex a lot, just buy 2 bottles so that, because I'm not sure when we're running this special again, because we've got inventory to repurchase coming up very soon, okay? livecortex.com, link is in the description below. Buy a few bottles of Cortex. $29.99 is the price, but you can enter the coupon code 5, and that applies to as many bottles as you get. That'll take it down to $24.99. We'll skip the rest of the stuff because we just took all the Product Pro for Cortex. We've got 3 digital guides that teach you how to use nootropics. They got many stacks. They're on our website, livecortex.com. And we also do nootropics consulting. That's on our website too. All right, so let's talk about Yohimbine. Yohimbine is basically this like extract from like bark of a tree. I'm not sure where the tree originates, but essentially what its practical application is, or what its, I guess, like use is in the medical community, is to reverse sedation in animals. I think dogs, maybe cats, maybe just dogs, right? So that's essentially like sort of what it sort of started off doing. It reverses like states, sedative states in animals. What it also is very popular in is the pre-workout community, right? Basically the weightlifting community, where folks take this Yohimbine compound and they find that it's like a super stimulant, that it basically amps them up and gets them pumped up to go work out. But the other thing about it is like there's some mechanism where it basically mobilizes fatty acids, particularly in the lower regions of the gut, like right around like where everyone wants to lose fat, to get put into circulation to then get burned, right? There's this physiological process which mobilizes the stored fat in your body so that you can go burn it. And what Yohimbine does that. It mobilizes that fat. So folks say like, well, it's calories in, calories out that ultimately equals losing weight, and that's absolutely true. It's not about a macronutrient breakdown. I've been on both sides of the dietary dogma, and I feel like an idiot for ever being dogmatic about anything related to diet. Gotta have a balance to everything, and by the way, carbs are good, just not refined carbs. And but it is the case that Yohimbine works pretty great for mental energy and stimulation. Okay, so I just started, like, I had a long stint of trying to deal with mono. I got mono when I was like 31 or something, and when you get it later in your life, it's worse. It's a lot worse. So I had to deal with it. It was a pain in the butt, and so I had to basically stop lifting weights. I was lifting weights at the time. I had high lifts. Things were going great, so I stopped. But now I'm all better, and I feel great, and so I've gotten back into strength training. And so I've gotten back into like looking at things that mobilize fatty acids, and fat really to be burned, and then also that essentially pre-workouts that are stimulants. And Yohimbine is definitely one of them. Okay, so be careful though. So I just wanted to sort of say that that's my perspective on it. The nootropic benefits of it are like tyrosine in that it's just very stimulatory. I would not use it if I wanted to do memory work. I would use it if I wanted to be stimulated, and that's essentially the extent of it. My memory work's good either way, right? So at baseline. So it is a nootropic for me because it just turns my brain on. I'm just like, wow, I'm really pumped, and I feel like I want to do work, and I've got a lot of energy. Sometimes it's like very, very powerful. If you combine it with coffee, you might want to take your coffee dose down. Anyway, the thing to be careful about though with Yohimbine is that it is the side effects. Like there's a side effect spectrum with everything. Are like increased heart rate, sweating, these sorts of things, typical stimulant side effects, but they come if you just dose like even marginally above the normal dose range. And the normal dose range is essentially like 2 to 9 milligrams of actual Yohimbine, Okay, so what Yohimbine comes in is essentially in an extract with 2% to 9%, or whatever, or some sort of small percentage of Yohimbine. So you're really looking at like 2 to 9 milligrams of actual Yohimbine, and then the extract itself from the bark of the tree might be like 450 milligrams. But you're only really getting 2 to 9 milligrams of Yohimbine. So you got to be very careful about the dose. Read up on it, study it, follow my suggestions there, read the Wikipedia page, read the examine.com page, read other people's anecdotal reports on it, but no question about it, it is a hellishly effective stimulatory compound that I use both as a pre-workout and then I enjoy benefit from thereafter in terms of stimulation when I sit down to do some freaking work. Remember, Cortex stack at $24.99. If you go to the Cortex livecortex.com website, get the Cortex stack at $29.99. Enter the coupon code 5, takes it down to $24.99. Dude, get as many bottles as you can right now because we're probably not running that special again for months and months and months. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and now you're informed on some freaking Yohimbine.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Bowler here. Hey, thanks a lot for listening to the video. Thanks a lot for being here. But check this out. If you want to take your nootropics game to a different level, to the pro level, we've got 4 major products for you. Number 1, the Noopep Pro Stack List. I think of all of these, it's the Noopep Pro Stack List and the Racetam God Guide, which we're going to get to in just a second, and we explain in the video, that are the most advanced guides out of our guides. The Noopep Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains a bunch of powerful sublingual, oral, and nasal Noopep stacks. It also has 20 bonus Racetam stacks. The gist of it is, look, it took me a long time, 4 years of concentrated experience trying to find the best Noopep stacks, putting them in a digital guide. It's like folks try for a while to find a good Noopep stack. They're like, you're weighing stuff out, they're adding different ingredients in, they can't quite get it right. I figured them all out. I figured the God stacks of Noopeps, and I put them in the Noopep Pro Stack List. Get that at livecortex.com. It's digital. Then the Smarter, Better, Faster guide, as you see right in front of you here, that is a guide for new folks. If you're new to nootropics, look, any of these guides will suit you, but if you're new to nootropics, this teaches you everything. Choline sources, racetams, stacking racetams, phenibut, research chemicals, modafinil, everything in between. Smarter, Better, Faster is a very powerful, information-dense, it's also a lot of stacks in there, digital guide you can download for anything you have. Then the Racetam God Guide. This is a little on the advanced level, but still, anyone could take it and get the stacks from it, and then go implement those stacks, make those stacks, capsule the stuff, the ingredients that we've got laid out in the stacks, and then get a benefit from it. It's got 80 plus pro, highly advanced, super effective Racetam stacks. We got aniracetam, piracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, nephiracetam, coliracetam, fasoracetam, all the major 8 nootropic racetams in that guide. And then the Cortex stack. The Cortex stack is really like, look, if you're really looking to take your nootropics game to another level, I created that stack to give people an idea of what nootropics really should be. The pre-made stacks that were out there were not that effective. They just weren't. The companies and the folks that own those companies, I'm sure, are great. They just weren't that effective. So I created a stack that was like blowing my mind and allowing my brain to really function well during an 18-hour period building a business. I then converted that to a commercial stack. It is called Cortex. It is strong, okay? Get all that stuff at livecortex.com. That is what you got to do if you really want to take your nootropics game to the next level. Get these guides. Get all these guides. If you're new, get the Smarter, Better, Faster guide. If you want a Noopep stack list that's highly advanced and surgical, get the Noopep Pro stack list. If you want some Racetam stacks that are extremely effective, situationally specific, get the Racetam God Guide. And listen, thanks so much for being with me. Go to livecortex.com and get these products. And my friends, be epic and achieve more.